Hi, and welcome to Young Minds of Udaipur, a space where emerging voices from the city share their journey, innovation, and bold vision for the future. Today's guest is someone who turned a time of stillness into a movement of mindful creation. While she was pursuing economics at St. Xavier's College, Ahmedabad, the world slowed down. And in that pause, Midhavi was born. She began by sourcing a few garments from the old city, adding hand-done embroidery, and posting them online. To her surprise, they all sold out instantly. What followed wasn't just a business, it was a commitment. In 2023, she formalized her passion by completing a course in apparel design from NIFT Delhi and started working on her brand full time. Today, Midhavi is known for its conscious use of handlooms, traditional, post consumer textile, and for weaving meaning into every piece it creates. So let's welcome the founder of Medhavi, Swarnim Methani, a voice for craft, care, and conscious fashion. Hi, what's up? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing.
Welcome to Young Minds of Udaipur.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the team of the Young Minds of Udaipur. I feel really, it is a big gratitude. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be here at your place, and it's lovely. And I'm wearing Midhavi today, and it's very comfortable, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you so much.
Let's get back to 2020 when you were still in college and you started Midhavi. So, what inspired you to take that first step, and especially during that uncertain time?
I think I always wanted to work towards craft and sustainability, but I think during COVID it just became very clear to me that I really want to pursue it. And I it was as simple as I did not want it to sit idle for sure.
Yeah.
And I had the resources and I had the time, and I knew what I really wanted to do, and I just had nothing to lose, and I gave it a shot.
Basically, you were very clear about how you
Yeah.
wanted to things to work for you,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it exactly went like that, or it
Exactly.
was just a roller coaster ride?
Oh, it has been a roller coaster every day. So, but yeah, we're happy to.
So you
be
were
here.
studying economics,
Yeah.
in St. Xavier's College, and so what was like you shifted from numbers to needles. So why that shift happened, and did you always have that creative streak?
Oh, definitely. Like, thanks to my mom, I was always there in the extracurricular activities, and she made this a thing that I have to participate in every competition which is there.
Yeah.
So thanks to her. But I think one more thing, my nani had her own sitting school in Raipur, Chhattisgarh. So my mom kind of picked up those things like embroidery, tailoring, and everything. She used to actually give certificates to the students who she was teaching.
Yeah.
So my mom actually is a perfectionist, I would say, in those kind of work. So when I was little, I saw my mom making beautiful stuff for me for every function that I have to go to, or even a school function that I have to wear. She used to make me the garments. She used to do even in her own suits. She used to do embroideries, which was so nice and so fine. Even if I see her working right now, her hands are so good that it was very hard for me to not pick that thing up and not get inspired. So I think
I think we all get that inspiration from our family,
Yeah,
initial
definitely.
start, or what we see around our
Yes.
surroundings and our environment matter a lot.
Definitely. And I always say this, whenever I go to my nani house, it always humbles me down that there's still a lot of things to learn, and there's still so much to give back to the same thing where it all started.
Yeah, absolutely. You pursued a course in apparel design from NIFT Delhi. So tell me a little bit about your experience and what was it like? And also, was it a turning point for you and the brand?
Definitely. I would say any person out there who is in this creative field and want to study, I think if they're getting the chance to go to a good renowned institute like NID or NIFT or any other institute in India or even outside, I think they should take it because it gives you a different kind of exposure. The professors, they're doing great job at what they're teaching and whatever there is. And also I think more than the institute, I feel the city played a big role in for me. I was
Yeah.
doing my course in Delhi, and as everybody know, Delhi is known for fashion. So I made it my thing to go to Dhanmil, to go to Chandni Chowk, to go to Khan Market every weekend. I never left even one time the
Wow.
opportunity to not go there. So these were my go-to spots. Like if anybody used to call me up, they know that Swarnim is here.
So it was a 1 year course?
Yeah, it was a 1 year
So
course.
you kind of enjoyed also, like,
Oh,
it was
Delhi
great
for
fun.
me is, I always knew I wanted to study in Delhi, and I kind of worked out for me. So I'm really happy. And the kind of exposure, because when you go to Dhanmil, I used to live just 5-10 minutes away from Dhanmil. And when you go to Dhanmil and see the big brands, what they're doing, the kind of quality they give,
Yeah.
it
You
actually
kind of
gives
learn
you
a lot during
learn
the
a
journey,
yes, yes,
I guess.
definitely.
So let's get back to the time when you were, struggling, and also you went sourcing materials from, old city. So do you remember the first piece you sold?
Oh, definitely. I remember the first piece I sold. When I made that first collection where my mom added the hand embroidery stand and everything, I had a college senior. He ordered a pink top and a nice cream pants for her girlfriend, for his girlfriend,
Hmm.
and I still remember it very briefly. And I was telling it to my mom through a few days before, and she still said that it was the best top
Wow,
we have ever made. Yeah.
that's lovely. Tell me a little bit about what's the story behind the name Midhavi. And it's such a beautiful name, I feel. And how did you start? How did you start with this? And also, what was the inspiration behind it? And what's the reason behind keeping this name?
Honestly, it's a very funny story how it
Hmm.
all started, because when I started, it was just a side hustle for me. It was nothing was structured.
Yeah.
And as I told it, when I started, I had nothing to lose. So everything was not planned too much that I'm gonna
Hmm.
keep this the name or anything. So I just listed down few names and I just sent it to my friends. And I'm very thankful to my college friends. They actually chose the name Medhavi. And I just told them this is the idea. You
But
guys
what it
choose it.
means, like, what does
Medhavi
mean?
basically means being wise, being
Oh, wow.
knowledgeable. So I think they kind of chose it very nicely, and the whole credit goes it
I
to them.
love the name
Yeah,
Midhavi. I
and
earlier thought that your name
my
is
name is,
Midhavi.
yeah.
And I was like,
People
no.
often do that.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of rebranding the whole brand, and I was thinking of changing the name. But then I remember that people have started calling me Midhavi, so let it
Yeah.
be
I was like, hi,
Midhavi.
Midhavi. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, her name is not Midhavi. It's one name.
Yeah, it happens. It
So,
happens.
from passion project to now a full time label, uh, what were some of the challenges that you faced, or some of the hardest lessons that you have learned while building this brand?
I think one of the very hardest lessons that I've learned is to get numbers straight and to get
Hmm.
the count straight, because I think that is a very important part of any person, because
Yeah.
I feel when you're designing something, you often get involved so much into the whole process of creating something from scratch or maybe from the inspiration, that you often forget about the logistic part of the business. So yeah, I think I'm still figuring out
But I
that part
think
of
to
area.
know, the numbers, the business, how's what you're, investing, and how everything, bits and pieces, it's important.
It's core. It's
Yeah, it's
core.
the core.
It's the core. If you're
Yeah.
running something at the end of the day, and I say this to anybody who's starting, I think from from the sourcing, like the base of the sourcing, from where you're doing to the last end of the product, even the hand tags or even the delivery, all the charges needs to be included. Otherwise, you will never know the
So you
output.
started initially with that, or you kind of learned
No, I
over
kind of
time?
learned. I also made few mistakes and then I learned.
Now you have a budget plan, like,
Yeah, definitely for every collection.
lovely. So Midhavi works primarily with handlooms and post-consumer textiles. So was sustainability important to you, like from the very start? Why was it so important?
Um, I think why sustainability was important, because I've always felt that whatever we are wearing, it should tell a story. It should not be something that you just picked it up because it's trending or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I always pick my clothes because I feel something for it.
Yeah.
And if we were having this same conversation 5 years back, I think it would not have been that important. But I think sustainability now is more important, because people need to really know what they're consuming.
Exactly.
People need to really give it a second thought, keep things in their cart for like 3 to 6 months, and then figure out if it's not urgent to buy anything. So yeah, I think sustainability for me, though it just came very naturally. I never had to thought that why I'm being sustainable. I think as I read more and learned more, it came very naturally to me.
Lovely. So you grew up in Udaipur, one of the most artistically beautiful cities in India.
Yes.
So how did this city influence the kind of clothes you sell, and also your vision behind Midhavi?
I think Udaipur, I'm extremely grateful to be in Udaipur because I every time I go, and I tell this to everybody, every time I go to in Udaipur in any part, if I'm visiting the same thing again, I'll see something different and I'll pick the inspiration from them. Maybe there are patterns, maybe there are textures, maybe there are colors, and it's such an epiphany moment when you see something new in the same spot with me. So I think I'm very happy that I live in Udaipur and everything that I make is a bit of part of Udaipur.
Also, I feel it's a small city, like everyone knows everyone. So even, your work is, people know about your work and everything in cities like Delhi, Bombay. I mean, of course, they're growing, but just, here, I think it's being in a smaller city.
I'm really thankful to the community again very much, because I have the best thing I think you can see is you have your friends supporting you, you have your family supporting you. I think that is one of the best thing you can see while being in small cities.
Completely. Has the city shaped your understanding of the community and collaboration, especially as someone working with artisans and conscious buyers?
I always think that people usually, all the designers, fellow friends that I have, they say that they usually have a lot of problem working with the artisans. But I think the team that I have, for me, it's very important to work with women artisans to give them that space that they can work from their own house.
Yeah.
So that is very important, because I don't want to make them distinct that you have to come at this time and you have to be here at that time. You can work from your own home, can work as you feel like. And even like, and people often say that they always have problem with working with artisans, and then the customer part is very easy. For me, artisan part is extremely very simple.
Really?
Because the people that I've met, they're so nice, they're friendly. And one of my friend actually said this, that people from Udaipur are like jal, like we flow as we go, like we don't have to be told like this or that. We just
we are
are very
easy breezy, I guess.
breezy people. So yeah, I totally relate to that, and everybody.
So even when you were starting with the whole thing, it was not really difficult working with artisans, or or there was no difficulty
to
as
find
such.
that energy was a little difficult, because I only work with people who I feel have the same energy as me or the same understanding as me to take the brand wherever it needs to be. So yeah, that energy to find is very important. But I take even in that I take my I took my good enough time to figure out who are the people I'm going to work with.
Right, amazing. So tell me, what's the long-term vision for your brand? Like, what do you see, and how do you see Midhavi 5 years or 10 years from now?
More than selling beautiful clothes, I think the vision is to bring all these artisans, designers, and buyers together and actually make them involved in craft in some way. Because I feel until and unless you don't see how something is made, you won't value it.
Yeah.
And I think it is very important. And in fact, it's just not about valuing, but there are
No, I just feel that people nowadays don't value little things, and even how a single cloth is made. It's a lot of things involved. It's not an easy task.
So I think learning new techniques and being in the process, if they can be a part of the process, I think that will make it more special. First of all, that is one of the main thing. And secondly, I want to work with more artisans across the country. It's not just Udaipur. Right now, we are focused on working with Udaipur artisans, but I would definitely want to work with artisans from all over the country.
Yeah, that was my second question. Like, are you thinking of expanding it into new cities or into new markets in the near future?
New markets, definitely. Whenever we get the opportunity, we're happy to do it. And I enjoy putting my clothes anywhere and just telling you about the brand and how we started it, and I'm always up for that thing. So yeah, I'm always happy to expand Midhavi forward in any city.
Lovely. Tell me, how do you see your brand evolving with changing customer behavior and trends?
Okay, so I think the what you're gonna expect from Medhavi in the coming years from our side, how the consumer market is changing and everything. I think we're gonna make more capsule collections. We're going to make more stuff which is you can wear every day, but in different ways that style your
You can style in
multiple
in
ways,
different
and it
ways,
should
yeah.
become a part of your own personality.
Personality.
So it should not be like a piece in a wardrobe that I'll just wear it on this day or in when I'm wearing this. I think it should be something that you would love to wear and pair with different things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think more capsule collections for sure, and
Also-
more detailed work like innovation in different techniques which are already been done. So yeah.
Also, I feel people nowadays are more moving towards, comfort. Like, for example, if I am feeling very comfortable in what I'm wearing, I'll buy that more, of course.
Definitely.
So rather than going for something which is just, the fabric is not comfortable or something which you later regret, it's better to stick to something where you feel that, okay, I'm comfortable.
Well, as a fashion enthusiast, I would always say you should try different stuff.
but
You should always
but then
try.
you also go back to that one thing. Okay, that brand I really
That
like.
is one thing you can say, that you always go back to the one thing that makes you feel comfortable and peace. And I think I was starting with Midhavi, I used to have this conversation that when we come home from outside, why do we need to change clothes? Why can't we just sit in the same clothes for night and maybe change into a nightwear and at the end of the day? Why do we have to come and then automatically change into home clothes, which doesn't make sense to me. I think whatever you're wearing should be comfortable, and it should be in a way that you can cover any time of the day, like that.
Absolutely, I agree. Are there any upcoming innovations or product lines that you're excited to introduce?
Definitely. I think we are making a beautiful art piece, and it is inspired by the bougainvilleas in Udaipur during the springtime. And I'm really excited for that. And inspired through those artwork, there is a small capsule collection which is going to come, which I think you'll be very happy to know that you are wearing one of the piece from the.
Wow, lovely. It's very comfortable.
It's very comfortable. I'm keeping things very simple, but some of the pieces have the more artistic touch as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Lovely. Also, tell me, what role do you see technology playing in scaling or transforming your brand?
For any designer out there working, or anybody who is working in the creative industry, I think technology is always, and I think will always be, very important. I think today you can't just sit with your sketches and pencils and do the work, and cannot digitize this cannot happen basically.
Right.
So it's very important to be updated, to be on toes as a designer, to know what you're doing, to know what are the new softwares that you have to work with. So yeah, one thing that every designer, and for me as well, it's very important to stay updated on all the softwares that I'm working. And other than that, I take social media per se. I recently realized that we are consuming, even in social media, we're consuming way too much.
That's true. But that is the only thing where, you have to showcase your work. Otherwise, how would people know?
Definitely. But I think I feel that as we'll go forward, even the way we are being conscious about what we're wearing, what we're eating, I think we're definitely going to get more conscious about what we're consuming on our phones every day. So for me, it's very important to put anything which I'm posting, it needs to serve something to the audience. It just should not be out there for just putting views or
Just
getting
the
the
sake
views.
of it,
Yeah, for just being consistent or getting the views or getting the reach. I think it was never something to me, and I know it's a very controversial something. If anybody from digital marketing, I would be approaching them and saying that my followers are this much and this much and on a screen, they'll say that you should definitely put more.
Some people do now for increasing their followers. They tell someone, I think there's a lot of strategies that
Yeah,
they do. So,
definitely. But I never thought that it should be that way. I feel like
Hmm.
whatever you feel is really, really good
yeah,
for the page that actually relates to your brand, only put that thing and let audience see it and actually feel something.
right. Do you have a global vision for your brand, or the focus is more rooted in the local impact?
Global, definitely. But I'm still like a person who would say less and do more.
Hmm.
So I think till the things are not very much in flow, I think I don't know how these things are gonna play out. But definitely, any opportunity to go global, we're definitely taking it, and we're definitely putting. You might definitely see Midhavi in some years there.
Lovely. So now is the time for quick fire. It's a quick fire round.
Okay.
And so let's get ready for quick fire quirks, some fun
Okay.
questions.
Perfect.
A textile you will never stop working with.
Linen fabric.
Oh, linen is amazing. I
Yeah,
love
this-
linen.
yeah.
Linen and cotton, I think.
I
These
think this
two.
is linen and this is cotton. So
Lovely.
yeah.
Design trend you never understood.
Skinny jeans. I still haven't understood it. I was very happy to get them out of my whole system. I donated
Really?
my skinny jeans to a very good brand called Lal Mari, and they're doing crazy work. So and they asked for donation. I was like, let the skinny jeans go.
Even I don't like it.
I was saving them up. Maybe the trend comes, but I now realize that I'm not going for the trend again ever.
Yeah, I love those plazos and those comfortable where you are just you can even carry it like
Yes, yes, and it's so
parties.
easy. I even in my family, I have always seen my brother wearing loose jeans, and even I genuinely don't understand skinny
Yeah.
jeans.
So, most emotional moment in your Medhavi journey?
I think it's a very nice question. I think every time I see my friends just being there, my mom and dad just supporting me, and growing something from very scratch is very difficult, I feel.
Yeah,
But every time you see that they're there and they're supporting you, even friends, even community,
that means a lot.
That means a
Yeah.
lot.
You get that motivation. Now I want to do this.
Yeah,
Now I want to
so
build it.
yeah,
So
definitely.
it comes from
And
there.
it's not just about I think it's not just about family, but I think if even a random stranger comes to me and says that, I really like your work and everything, it just makes your day.
Lovely. So your comfort fabric, though we know, but still, I think it's linen only.
No, I think the one that you're wearing, mull cotton, is one of my favorite cottons to work with, and I really feel comfortable. I think it's perfect for summers. It's perfect for most of the season, just not winters. But I think I love wearing this cotton for sure.
Tell me, what's the difference between cotton and mull cotton?
So mull cotton is definitely from the cotton seeds that we make it, and linen is actually made from a different fiber altogether.
Okay.
So that is the major difference between the two fabrics.
One word for Midhavi's essence.
Okay. One word, I think, to be art in motion, I say. To whenever a person is wearing Midhavi, I think they are I consider them like an art. Like you are wearing for me, that is one art piece that is in front of my eyes.
Anyway, any form of thing we wear or put on our body, it's a form of art. And also I think, I mean, also comfort, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Comfort has always been. I always say that comfort needs to be there in every clothing out there.
Yeah, right. What's your go-to outfit when you are in a rush but need to also look stylish?
I'll tell you this one thing. Anytime, I think I can give this advice to anyone. Buy a lot of white tops for yourself.
And then accessorize it. Just like, how am I doing?
I'm not trying to sell here, but I'm just honestly giving.
No, I also do that. Like black and white, and then you can just
put anything. So for me, it's like a blue jeans or blue denims. My any blue color denims, and then just a white shirt. It goes every time. Get yourself as many white tops as you can. It works with every denim, every pant out there, every color of pant. So and it's a good color, honestly.
Yeah, I completely agree. Even I do have all these nice earrings and neck wears, and I just carry it like you can just carry it, style it
in such different ways. Yeah.
Lovely. What's the most amazing or heart-touching feedback you've received about your collection?
I think the last collection we made, which was Alter 2025, where we used old saris and made trench coats out of them.
Oh, wow.
I was actually exhibiting at Surat and one of the lady, it was a 2-day flea market, and one of the lady came on the second day and said me that, Swarnim, I came on the first day, I saw your stall, I met you, and then I came again to see your work
Wow.
again, because
That's so sweet.
yeah, because
Yeah.
that's very sweet. And she said that, I have never seen something like this, because we have always seen people making sari, say the people make lehengas or skirts or blouse, which is very simple. But I've never seen trench coats being made from sari. So it's very unique and I really love it. So I think that kind
Even
of
I
stuck
want to
with
wear it once,
me.
like
Yeah,
sometime. I wanna-
definitely.
Last question, but it's a little special one. If Midhavi could whisper one message to the women who wear it, what would it say?
I think again, art is what you wear when you wear my clothes. I think whenever you're stepping out and wearing Midhavi, I think consider yourself
Art and
as
comfort, I would
art
say.
and comfort.
Yeah.
Definitely, one two things that you can definitely say.
Lovely. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so
And
much.
it was lovely to hear your story and get a glimpse into your world. And wishing you all the best for future. Keep creating and keep inspiring.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the team. Thank you so much, Divyanshi, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.